freelance PR is different for many reasons. The other PR fields, I guess, are agency, which is where you work for a PR agency and then work for many different clients. Or there's in-house, which is where you do PR for one organisation. Freelance is a bit different because you're essentially your own agency almost, or your own company. So I have to work with many different clients, so I am my own agency. But then often I do one project or do my own PR, so I'm my own in-house company as well. So you kind of bridge a gap between the two. So you could say you get the benefits of both, so you get lots of different clients to work on, lots of interesting projects. You also get to build your own company, to get to do your own PR, I guess, so I get to see my reputation grow in the industry, that kind of thing. But then there are downsides as well. So, like any agency, I've got to go and find my own work, I've got to do my own work. Like any company, I've got to try and grow that brand, and there are many challenges around that. So you get the good points and the bad points of all the different fields.
Thank you.
I think the simple ones are quite revealing. Why do you want to work in PR? Just a simple question about the job you're going for is quite revealing. And it's often not about the question itself, it's often about the answer. And it's often about the way they present themselves and talk about it, the passion, the enthusiasm, the knowledge they demonstrate. So I think a simple question can actually reveal quite a lot. To go with that, I think another question is, what are you passionate about? Because when you go for a job, it's quite a practical thing. You're going to get money, mainly. If you're lucky enough to match your passion with your job, that's great. But often people have got activities and side interests not related to the job they're going for. So actually, it's good to demonstrate interests outside of the job you're going for. So it's fair enough if you say you're passionate about PR, but I want to know that you're passionate about other things. I want to know that you're passionate about football or shopping or charities or snowboarding or web design or whatever. I want to see that there's other things you're interested in. The reason that's important for PR is because you're often going to come up with ideas that are related to different brands. You might be passionate about that, what they're doing, but in some cases you're not. If you're doing fashion PR, presumably you'd be interested in it, but if you're doing PR for a bank, you might not be that passionate about banking. But you still need to demonstrate passion, so being interested in other things outside of work is really good. So the most efficient way to develop relationships with journalists, in PR is quite traditional, it's a meet and greet, which is where you invite a journalist out for drinks. We used to do it quite a lot in the agencies I work for. It's the kind of modern equivalent of a lunch with journalists. But instead, what you normally do is just meet after work. You invite a journalist and some of their colleagues along, and then a team of you will go along, so maybe 3 or 4 of you. And it's just an efficient way of getting to know them. You don't really have to pitch them, you don't have to sell to them, it's just getting to know them. And the purpose is next time you pick up a phone and talk to them, they know who you are, and they're actually receptive to you. That's quite efficient. There's going along to events, so go along to networking events. There's a one for tech journalists called UK Tech Journalists and PRs, and that's purposely built for anyone who works in technology, for journalists and PRs to meet. And that's a great way to meet as well. Go to an event. Go to the PR prom that's coming up. You'll meet loads of journalists and PRs there. And the other thing is journalists need PRs as well. So although when we pitch to them sometimes they don't like our pitches, they still need us, we still need them. It's mutually beneficial to meet on a regular basis. So events and meet and greets are good. For Bright One, I've had mentors. They're more business mentors, so people who help me run the business, because it is essentially a business, I know it's a charity, but so they help me with things like growth and scaling and processes. In terms of PR mentors, my boss at 33 Digital is a guy called Drew Benvey. He's now MD of Hotwire, and he was my boss, so he wasn't even a mentor, but he was just great to learn from. He's a great PR professional. He knows what he's doing, he's passionate about it, but he's also a great guy and great to know. So I was working in a job and I wasn't a mentor, but my boss was amazing, so that's probably the best experience I could have had.